Hey everyone, this is Melissa from Melissa Made, and today I'm going to share a little project with you that I made with my Imagine using the All Wrapped Up cartridge. And I'm going to be making this little milk carton that's on page 25 of the booklet. And this is the pattern that it has. And I printed that out on my Imagine and it looks like this. Now, I didn't want to use this pattern for this, so I'm going to show you what I did in order to use a different pattern. Because what happens on the Imagine is if you try and pick a different pattern like this, you've lost all your score lines. And this is the pattern that I want here, so I went ahead and printed that off as well. And if you look here at the pattern that's printed out, I hope you can see this. You can see the little dashed lines on there. Those are your score lines. So what I'm going to do is I printed this pattern off on a really flimsy kind of thin paper, and this is a bit thicker. This is a cardstock. And the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to lay these two on top of each other and use my Martha Stewart scoreboard to really score those lines in. And when I score on this paper, if this one's underneath, it'll score as well, at least enough to where I can make the fold. And this is the only way you can do this, because if you don't have this pattern printed out, then this isn't going to come out with the score lines. So you could also measure, but that takes a lot more time, and so this kind of saves time and energy just to place it over top and then to score each line. So that's what I'm going to do now, and when I'm finished I'll show you the product. Okay, so I wanted to show you what I did here because I'm actually having a little bit of problems getting all the way through the paper and doing a nice score on the other side. So I would just line them both up, and I would kind of make a little score mark or even just remember the size here, and then take it off and then go ahead and use that same line to score all the way down. And I've done that for the first three lines that go up and down on the paper. Now there's also these score lines here, these diagonal ones, and these small ones that go from left to right here. So what I'm going to do is flip my paper around and do the same thing, start the score, and then finish it out to the line on this paper. So that's a good, quick, easy way to get a different pattern with the flood fill function on the Imagine, because the way the Imagine works, you can't change each of these squares to a different pattern. It'll just fill the whole thing with one pattern. Okay, I want to mention one more thing as I was going through here. These lines on the bottom of the pattern, they're solid. So I'm assuming they're cut marks, and I'm not sure why the Imagine didn't cut them, but I'm just going to go ahead and cut those as well. And then actually also on the edge here you see this little flap. I'm going to score that too, because I have a feeling that's a flap that goes on the inside. These marks between can also be scored, because I'm assuming that's where the box is going to be folded.